Okay guys, welcome to another look at a video. Now, if you're watching this channel and you've not been on a desert island for the last few months or had your head buried under the sand for the last few months, you must be aware of this thing. It's called the Super Nintendo Classic Mini, or the Mini SNES as they like to call it. It's an official release by Nintendo. Now, they did bring out something very similar. It was the Mini NES, which I never actually bought. Not too fussed because I'm not got any real love for the NES. But the NES, they brought it out in such a short supply that demand outweighed supply, and conversely, people were buying them, sticking them up on eBay. Now, it's difficult to try and get a NES Mini for anything less than £100. Now, unfortunately, it seems to have gone the same way with this thing, the SNES version. I don't know why Nintendo do that. I've got no idea why. What is the point of it? Because pushing prices up, they're not gaining anything. The only people that are gaining are these thieving, greedy people who buy more than one. I did try to buy two actually, and I was going to give it to somebody, you know, but I couldn't get a hold of a second one anyway. But anyway, so yeah, this thing arrived yesterday. I was out last night, so I didn't get a chance to open it. So I thought I'd better get in there, get the video done and dusted, get it out, because obviously the Mini NES is the sort of the hot potato at the moment in the retro gaming scene. Now, first things first, you know, it's hard for you, looking at the box in the video here, it's hard to get a sort of an idea of scale. I was very, very surprised at just how small this thing is. I've not opened it. You can see there, it's still in its box. So to give you an idea of scale, what can I use? What can I use for scale? Right, let's tell you what, I'll get a Game Boy. Here's my Game Boy. There we go, there's the Game Boy. So you can see it's pretty teachy or tinky or small, whatever. Titchy, that's a good word. So anyway, box, what have we got? I've got to say, it feels really nice. It feels like a quality product. Super Nintendo, I'm not even going to begin to read what that says. What is it? AC adapter not included. Is that a good or bad thing? Why do they not include adapters? It's a bad thing if you buy it as a present for somebody, or not even if you buy it as a present. If you buy it and then you get home and say you've just say for example you've got an iPhone, you're not going to be able to use an iPhone charger on this thing. So you're then going to have to go back out and buy something else. But on the flip side, I suppose you could say Nintendo are trying to be green. They're trying to, you know, save the planet. I mean, we've all got a million mobile phone chargers. That's a slight exaggeration. If I've exaggerated once, I've exaggerated a million times. So you could say, well, yeah, if it's help keep the cost down, then that's fine. Personally, I'd probably prefer that I helped add to landfill and they did actually include a charger or a power pack with this thing. But anyway, hopefully I've got one I can use. 20+1 games pre-installed. Yeah, like the box, what's that, UK 12, whatever it is. I'm not even going to attempt to see what's on the back. Now, what have we got here? Can we see that? I'm going to zoom in a wee bit so you can see the games. There we go. You've got Super Mario Land. Is that Donkey Kong? Well, there it's here. F-Zero. Secret of Mana. Good. Super Castlevania. Legend of Zelda. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Let me move across a wee bit. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Focus, yep. Earthbound. I'm not aware of that game. Super Punch Out. Contra 3. Fantastic game. Zoom in a wee bit more so you can see. Focus. Why is it when I do that and never... Oh, there we go. Super Metroid. I've actually been playing that quite a bit on my proper SNES. Star Fox. Final Fantasy 3, Super Mario RPG. Now, see, that was never officially released in the UK. It was released in I think it was only released in Japan, and did some clever hacker convert it to English? I can't remember. It might have been released in the States, I don't know. Super Mario Kart, Mega Man 10. Yep. Kirby Superstar. What's this? Kirby Dream Course. Super Mario World 2, which is Yoshi's Island. And finally Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. There it is, yeah. I've got to say, the lineup of games is pretty good. I mean, if I was to name, my top 10 SNES games, probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, I'd probably say about 8 of my top 10 games would be in this. One of my mates made a comment, he was posting, says, he doesn't understand what all the fuss is about with the SNES. And when I first got to hear about this thing, I was a wee bit kind of thinking, what a lot of crap, why would you want to buy something like that when you can get yourself a proper SNES? But, having seen the release of games, the lineup of games, oh sorry, I also forgot to see, you also get this one here, Star Fox 2. Now, this was never officially released by Nintendo. It was kind of half finished, 3/4 finished, whatever, and it was put out there on the internet. But apparently, this version differs from the one that you've played in an emulator before. So getting back to this thing, is it worth the money? Is it worth 150 quid? Probably not. But this retails, or it did retail for, is it £69.99 or was it £65? It was either 65 or 70 quid. I've got to say, you know what? For that, you're getting a brand new piece of Nintendo hardware. So in theory, it should last years. You're getting 20. I would say probably. I mean, I don't know, maybe 5 of the games. I would say you're getting 15 absolutely fantastic games. That if you were to buy an old SNES plus all these games, it's going to cost you more than 65, 70 quid. So for that reason, I would say this is actually pretty good. I've not tried it yet. I haven't tried it. It might be bollocks. Although I've deliberately been avoiding unboxing videos because I want to see this thing for myself before I start reading reviews. But yeah, to the people that kind of are poo-pooing it, I think that's a wee bit unfair. Because I do think that, for 65 quid, you're getting a brand new piece of official Nintendo hardware. You can call it what you want. I mean, people are saying it's an emulator, but you know what? It still doesn't matter to me how it goes about doing what it does. The fact is, this is an official piece of Nintendo hardware, so it's as credible as anything else from Nintendo. And if it plays the games as they should, as they would play in a normal SNES, then I don't see what the problem is. But for 65 quid, 70 quid, you're getting a brand new piece of Nintendo hardware with HDMI output and all these games. Now, I have heard unofficially that this thing has already been hacked, so you can technically put other games on it. Don't quote me on that, I've not checked. I've just had a quick look at a headline, so that would be good actually. But yeah, I think for as long as the games play fine, I'm going to be happy with this thing. I mean, again, people are saying, well, yeah, I mean, to kind of go back step a wee bit, yeah, if you're a kind of retro geek like myself, and probably anyone that's watching this video, you're all aware of Raspberry Pis, Android boxes. We're all aware of emulators. We're all aware that you can quite easily put an emulator onto a Raspberry Pi. I mean, I put out a video last week, how to make a Raspberry Pi for 50 quid and put not how to make a Raspberry Pi, how to put RetroPie on a Raspberry Pi for under 50 quid. So you can do that, and yeah, you've got all these games. But the thing is, there's it's a minority of people that can do that. And the reason for that RetroPie video is because it angers me. It gets me angry when I see people, companies, individuals selling these Raspberry Pis. I mean, one of my mates commented on one of the Facebook pages for one. He says, do you own, is distributing all these ROMs legal? And the guy says, yes, we've had the authority from the lawyers that we can sell it with all these ROMs. Well, I think that's complete and absolute bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't believe that for 1 second. And if you look at the Facebook page, there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people quite happily paying £100. I mean, they've got Sorry, I'm kind of deviating from this the video, but going back to this RetroPie, people selling them, they're going from £100 up to 150 quid, which that angers me. It really does. So the point I'm trying to make here is, there are, I would say, 90% of the population that are interested in this thing would not have the knowledge or wherewithal to build a Raspberry Pi. It's just not something that they would know how to do. This sort of thing is the kind of thing, well, if it wasn't for the fact you couldn't actually buy it anywhere, this is the kind of thing that we Auntie Jean could go into Toys R Us and see, or go into Game, whatever, and pick it up off the shelf and buy it for our grandkid for our Christmas, or their Christmas, whatever. You know, so the point I'm trying to make is, there's a lot of people the majority of people would not know how to make a Raspberry Pi. So for that purpose, they've either got the choice to go and buy a proper SNES, a real SNES, you know, which is obviously 20 years old, 30 years old, whatever it is, and it's, you know, capacitors going, that kind of stuff. And then to try and buy all the games, it's going to cost a lot of money, whereas you get one of these for 65, 70 quid, you've got 21 excellent games. So I think it's worth the money, personally. So anyway, let's have I zoomed right out. I have indeed. Now, when I bought this, part of it, there's the back, part of the reason I was happy to buy it was, if I don't like it, I can sell it. Now, you know, I could quite easily get my money back in this thing, so you're kind of buying me confidence, you're buying my guarantee that if you don't want it, somebody else will take it off you. Oh, the joy of new tech. It should be up the right way. There we go. Right, that's the box. So what have we got? We have instructions. Nintendo Classic Mini. You never had Mii's on the SNES instructions. Yeah, I'm not bothered opening that up. That's absolutely insane. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I somehow had it in my head that, is that the size of the gamepads they go in there? Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. If you're over 40 years old, there was a thing that we used to do as kids. Now, for God's sake, don't do it now, because I don't want to be responsible for you burning the house down. But back in the 70s, there was a fad where if you put crisp, now this is absolutely true, you put crisp wrappers into an oven, yep, and you left it for a few minutes, they would shrink, and they basically became about the size of a matchbox, and people used to turn them into key rings. So you had a little mini packet of crisp, a crisp wrapper. It was like, and it used to go solid because they're kind of made of plastic, but when they shrunk, they became really, really hard. And that's exactly what this thing looks like. It reminds me of somebody's put a SNES in the oven and it's shrunk. That is insane. Now, there's my hand. I mean, where's the Game Boy? there's the Game Boy. That gives you a good indication of just how small that thing is. That is insane. So what have we got? Yep, we've got, well, right, okay, so that's false. Obviously, duh, I'm thinking that's going to work. That is completely false. But I like the fact that they've put it in. You've got the eject, which doesn't do anything. Reset does actually do something. And you've got your on-off switch. I love the feel of this. I really do. And then you've got your game pads at the front. Now, I've heard reliably the partner they're bringing out some, I'll put that over there just now. They're bringing out some wireless controllers for this thing. That would be excellent. Yep, exactly the same as the SNES. Obviously in the back, we've got the micro USB and we've got the HDMI. So that's good. You know, I do understand why Nintendo have done that. I think, was it the last 3DSs? DSs? They didn't give chargers away either. On the side, nothing. Yep, Super Nintendo. I've got to say, I think this is... Oh, wait a minute, is that... Aha! Is that... There we go. That's where they go. Wait a minute, is that not... That's like a Wii controller not plugged in there. So these are actually false. That would have been pretty cool. Although it would have probably been quite fragile. Yeah, that pulls out. So yeah, it feels real good quality. I think that is wicked. Even if it didn't actually work, if that was 20 quid, I think that's a way cool looking SNES. Right, here we go. To give you an idea of proper size, boom, here we go. To use a phrase that Ashens uses. Yeah. Mother with child. That is just about the coolest thing I have seen this year. It is so authentic. The only thing they've missed is it says there, it doesn't say anything there, but it says power. But yeah, they've really, that is cool. That is wicked. I'm sorry guys, I think, you know, if you've not got one of these and you're poo-pooing it, I think this is awesome. I really do. It just looks so good. If it was cheaply made, I'd say, nah, I'm just ripping people off, but I might have to try and get an NES one now. Apparently they're bringing out a mini N64. It's only a matter of time before they're going to do that. So anyway, there's a little bad boy. You can sit over there. And let's see, what else have we got in the box? Hey. Ah, here we go. Of course, the controllers, I'm forgetting about them. Nice. That feels excellent. Now, I did have... Where is it? Where did I put it? There it's there. Now, apologies about the state of this one. This has been chewed with my dog. There is the original. And there is the new one. So the new one is on top. Slightly lighter writing on the new one, but apart from that, it is identical. And is it the same size? Yep. They've obviously kept the mould. You know, when they were making these, they kept the mould for it. Yeah, this is, the new one has got a slightly more matte finish, but these buttons feel excellent. It's obviously got the left and right. Right, you can go back down there with your big brother. So yeah, so let's have a look at the... You go in there. I better keep all these things because I need, when I sell it on eBay in a few months, I'll need to say boxed incomplete. So yeah, that, to me, that looks like the same as the Wii. In fact, you know what? Let me have a quick look. Just chat amongst yourselves. But you know what? I'm talking utter bollocks. The the thing I'm thinking about, it's the connector. It's the, what do you call it? The, what's that little connector thing that connects into the bottom of the Wii controller? I can't remember. It's a little analog stick. That's got the same kind of, same sort of thing. So yeah, you get one of these, and I think you get another one. Like exactly the same. Now, I've not got any friends, so I'm just going to put this back in its box because I've not got anyone to play it with. Sniff. And the last thing, I think, what have we got? Two cables. What is that? We've got the HDMI cable, just your standard one, and we have, right, okay, they also give you the micro USB cable. So that is it. So anyway, I think what we need to do is fire this thing up and see if it's any good or not. So back in a tick. Right, okay, let's turn this bad boy on. Think, there we go. Now apologies in advance. When you get a sort of contrast, a really dark contrast like this, black and white, my camera tends to, the focus goes in and out. I don't seem to be able to figure out how to do a manual focus on video, so hopefully you can just bear with me. So that's me just literally powered this thing on. I have not gone any further than this. Now I've got to say, obviously it's in HDMI, it's a super sharp picture. And that in its own is nice. So let's... Alright, okay, English. So where do we go down to A, is it? Oh, look at that. I like that a lot. That just looks beautiful. So yeah, all the games. What's up here? Display. Ah, look at that. You can even put a CRT filter on it. Pixel perfect. Don't know what that does. That's make it super sharp looking. You can even put a frame as well. I'll leave it without a frame, I think. So let's go for CRT. And then is it, yeah, B to back. Okay, is there any sound? I wonder if there's any sound. Let's... Ah, there we go. You know, I should maybe have it not turn up too loud because we don't want Nintendo to copyright. So there you've got that. What have you got? Options. What's in options? My game demo. Don't know what that does. Classic demo. Not a great deal. Just leave that the way it is. Language we've done. Legal notices. No thank you. Manuals. View the original game manuals. Ah, very good. Very good. I'll try that later on. So let's get into the games. So yeah, you've got your 20 odds. So we've got Kirby Dream Course, Mega Man, Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, Super Street Fighter, or not Super Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Castlevania, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Mario Kart, Super RPG. I'm not going to let you, I'm not going to go through all the games. What I'm going to do though, I've got the Mario Kart and my proper SNES, or the original SNES. We'll call it the SNES. This is the SNES Mini. I've got the Mario Kart and the SNES, and I'm going to play. I'll do one course, and then we'll look at it in this just to see how they compare. And what I might actually do is I'll put them side by side, just to let you see how they look. So you know what? There's not a poor game amongst that. I mean, I don't know. Is it Earthbound? I'm not aware of that one. But these are all fantastic games. So I'm sorry, but I really do think anybody that knocks this, if you like Nintendo, especially SNES, I think this is a absolutely cracking deal. You know. And the great thing is, when you're playing this, you know it's 100% Nintendo, so you're not ripping off anybody. Not that I play ROMs all the time and stuff, but you know, it's just it's got the real super polish. So anyway, let's say what will we start with? Star Fox. You're going to want to see Star Fox 2, aren't you? Let's try Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So A to start. You see the CRT filler is actually really nice. Turn up the sound a wee bit. Now there's one thing I've heard about this, I've not looked, obviously I've not seen it yet because I've literally just turned it on. Apparently you can rewind. If you die in a game, you can rewind a wee bit. Right, start. There's the start button. But you know what, it's nice being able to play. I mean, I've got loads of machines plugged into a CRT and probably that doesn't help the picture, but being able to play super crisp, get a picture like this is lovely. So jump and fire. Ah, damn it. Here's Chris Novabug when you need him, he's particularly adept at this game. Get off! Yeah, that's plays perfect. I wouldn't expect any less, to be honest with you. Right, how do we get back to the main menu? In fact, let's see what the start does. I wonder what happens, right? How do we... I want to die and I want to see what happens. This feature that they talk about when you can rewind. Is it an option you've got to turn on or something, possibly? I'll just get killed. This is my last life, I think, is it maybe? Right, game over. So what, how does this work? It might be an option you've got to enable. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Right, let's press the reset button. There we go, it takes us back. Ah, right, what's this? On a suspend, right, so you can... Ah, so if you press down, you can save... Ah, I've got you. Right, I've got you. So basically, let me just try that. So let's go back. How do we go back? So we'll go back into the game and start it. We can skip all that. So what I'm going to do... Right, I'm going to press the reset button, like so, and then you'll see there it's got a wee kind of snapshot, so I'm going to go down to suspend point list. I'm going to press Y. Right, okay, so I've now saved that. Now let me go into, I'll open up another game just for a second. Right, and let's... Tell you what, let's just look at this one since we're at it. It's kind of got the Donkey Kong Country look to it. They're kind of almost 3D. In fact, you know what it reminds me of a wee bit is the Clay Fighters. Legend of the Seven Stars. Right, I'm not going to play this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to reset, and then I'm going to go back to Ghouls and Ghosts, and I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to do rewind, whatever that is. Ah, right, there you go. So what it's now doing, it's basically videoed where I was. If I want to come in here, I press start. Ah, see, I like that. That is clever. That is very, very clever. So not only can you restart, you can save a game, restart from that point. You can also rewind it and start anywhere before the end of the save, if that makes sense. That is clever. Yeah, that is really, really clever. I like that a lot. Right, let's have a look at another couple of games. I don't want to go through them all, guys. There's plenty of other YouTube videos out there that will show them all. You've seen them all. I mean, Super Punch Out. Absolutely great game. Let's have a quick shot of that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to press restart. And I'm going to go up to display. And I'm going to put it on normal. And then I'm going to go back. And then we'll start the game again. Super Punch Out and just see how it looks. Never was very good at this game. Gabbagey. It's all about just figuring out what their special move is. Now maybe 20 years ago I looked like the guy. I looked like the young guy. Now I look more like the old boy. I never knew you had to get your breath. You get. I'm still rubbish at it. Yeah, anyway, that is Super Punch. What I want to do here, guys, is I'm going to press reset. Right, I like that a lot. What I want to do is... so can you suspend each game 4 times? So you've got 4 suspend points, have you? Where's the... what was one I was playing? Super Punch Out. I think you can. That is really, really clever. I like that a lot. Right, the last one I'm going to show you guys is Super Mario Kart. Right, what I've done here, guys, is on the left hand side is the SNES Mini, and on the right hand side is the original SNES, and it's a PAL version. Now, I believe that the versions that are running on the Mini SNES are all NTSC full screen. I'm not quite sure. I mean, what I've done here is I've filmed obviously both of them. You can see they're pretty much identical size. Picture quality, I mean, you need to bear in mind I'm recording this off a TV. You can see on the left the picture is definitely sharper. Though it doesn't really detract much, because I mean, you know, we were used to playing these on old CRT TVs back in the day, but you know, the picture does look really nice on the SNES Mini. As far as playing them, you know, I honestly couldn't tell the difference. If you made me play one of these and asked me to decide what one it was, other than the sharper graphics, I would probably be able to tell it was the Mini NES, or the SNES Mini I should say. I don't think, playability wise, I don't think I would be able to, you know, pick what one I was playing. They both really do look pretty much identical. So, you know, to anybody that's unsure about the emulation, because people are, you know, harping on about this being an emulator, you know what, if it is, so what? When it plays this well, then does it really matter? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is just NES quality. There are some people who get hang-ups about, oh, it's emulation, it's not the real thing, but you know, if it's done well, then who really cares? So yeah, that's Super Mario Kart. So that is it. We shall just do a little summary up now. So the Mini SNES then, what do I think? I love it. I think it is fantastic at what it does. It's not going to be for everybody. I mean, if you're if you're not a SNES fan, then it's not going to convert you. But I think if you don't have, you know, the wherewithal to build yourself a Raspberry Pi and do it for, you know, you can have infinite ROMs and that kind of stuff, then this is a fantastic way to enjoy some of the best ever games on the Super Nintendo. You can see the presentation is absolutely sublime, with the save states, the ability to rewind. It looks glorious in HD. I mean, the games are obviously not made up for HD, but they're super sharp, having the CRT options, the little frames and that kind of stuff. The controller plays exactly like a SNES, and I've got to say the actual form factor is wonderful. Should you buy one? Well, if you're a Nintendo fan, then I would say absolutely. I'm really I wasn't looking excited to get this thing at all. I'm like, oh, whatever, I've got a SNES, but I've got to say the form factor of this is just second to none. And like I said, if you did buy one, you can absolutely guarantee you'll get your money back. It's one of these things, because it's been made in short supply, which is quite frankly ridiculous. It is only going to increase in value, but it's like I says, it's a cheap way. Well, unless you can, if you can buy one for 65 quid, it's a great way to get 21 really, really good games. Some of the best games ever released for the SNES, in my opinion. If you want to get a real SNES, an original SNES, then you're going to have to get one second hand, and then you're going to have to try and acquire the 21 games, which is going to cost you considerably more than the 65 quid. So do I like it? Absolutely. It gets a 5 out of 5 from my good self. So anyway guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And finally, thank you very, very much for watching.